So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. Of course, my name is Stephen Reese. We're here. It is Thursday morning. We have Mr. Ramkumar Narayan Singh coming in the second hour, and he will join us this morning. We're going to take some calls and any questions you have as it relates to the workplace, industrial relations, that kind of thing. He'll be open to answer your questions in the second hour. This morning, of course, is not a good morning for me as we get things started, and I say good morning to all of our regional viewers, everybody across the globe. Yesterday was the worst piece of management ever in the history of football. I lost my money yesterday, my money jumped up. Right? I had a wager on England to win the World Cup. And they blew it yesterday. When I tell you they blew it. Not the team, per se, but the manager boy. Here I thought that Thomas Tuchel would have done something different to what Southgate was doing, right? Now I know England supporter. All remember I tell all of that. As an Italian, right? I was back Italy in the World Cup. We haven't made the World Cup for 3 consecutive World Cups. Right, wherever. So I had to look for a team to put a little wager on in the World Cup, and I chose England based on many different factors, right, in my assessment and analysis. Now, I keep saying, this is, now, fellas, all I remember, I never say this is England World Cup to win it. I says England World Cup to lose, right? There's a reason why I said it the way that I said it. Because I know, well, I hope Gary Griffith is okay. I understand he wasn't dancing on the bar in All Out yesterday. We have some pictures of Gary there from All Out yesterday. With the shock and the disbelief. I telling you, I can't believe it. I can't believe I lost my money yesterday. I cannot believe it. You 1-0 up, right? Thomas Tuchel, you 1-0 up, and you did. You get small court, small side mentality. You decided after that hydration, up to the second hydration break, up to the hydration break in the second half, England was in total control of that game. Argentina didn't even look like they knew how to score a goal. Lionel Messi was nowhere to be found, for the most part. They mark him out of the game. Yeah, look, Gary, poor fella, in his English jersey. No dancing on the bars. No dancing on the bars, poor fella. Oh, God, boy. I don't know if he wagered too, but I wagered. He does back England. This is the difference. He does support England in football. Me, I support Italy, but I put my money on England. Lord, why? All right? Nice. So, you have a right to be looking so, If I was an English supporter, Thomas Tuchel had to lose his job this morning. I don't care if nobody tell me. Thomas Tuchel had to go. If you're the English FA. Right? You had to get rid of him. Because like I said, he went and he get the small side, small manager, small coach, small team mentality, where we have a 1-goal lead and we're going to sit down and defend. You in total control of the game. Total control of the game. And what you do? You come out after your second hydration break. You come out. You take off Declan Rice, arguably, one of England's best midfielders. From the time I see that, I say, Lord, Father, we're going downhill. You know why? He replaced Declan Rice with Dan Burn. You take off arguably one of your best midfielders and bring on a centre-back. So you done signal your intention is to park the bus for the next 20 minutes of the game, or 20-something minutes, nearly half an hour, because you had to account for injury time and the hydration break time. You had to get that back, right? So you don't make up your mind that for the next 30 minutes you're going to defend. Then he made 2 other changes, not too long after, and he bring on 2 other defensive players. And I think he moved to 5 in the back. Now, nothing wrong with going to 5 in the back, you know. If you're going to sacrifice a forward, not one of your best midfielders. The midfielders who just hold the thing together and control the game. He's a manager. He's supposed to know this. That is the engine room. They control the tempo, the pace, everything in the game. So from the time you take out a midfielder to replace him with a defender, you have left a big hole open in the middle there. For Argentina to run rampant, especially when your mindset is when Argentina come at you, just kick back out the ball and give it back to them. And have them coming at you again. That is stupid football. That is Mickey Mouse football. No big team don't play that kind of football. Especially when you're in control of the game. It gets so bad for England in the last 9 to 11 minutes. Well, when Argentina went 2-1 up. When Argentina went 2-1 up, England's plan at that point in time, I could not believe it. England's plan, you have the headline there with the Argentina, you're supposed to have a headline there. England's plan was to kick the ball into the box and aim for Dan Burn as centre back. You cannot be serious on that level. Yes, yeah, Argentina, the headline. The headline, yeah, I said it for yesterday. Right, you cannot be serious that your plan, you are Rashford and all them fellas on the bench, you know. Attacking players, you know. But your plan is to take Dan Burn, who you put on for Declan Rice, a centre back. You bring a centre back on for a midfielder to play 5 in the back. And then your attacking plan, after you go 2-1 down, is to take the centre back that you bring on and put him up in front because he's tall, to launch a set of long ball into the box to hope that he do what? That is the worst. I have seen many poor coaching jobs in the history of football. That one yesterday, take the cake. That one yesterday, take the cake. That is the worst strategy, the worst decisions, the worst changes. You name it, is the worst. You cannot worse that. It was horrible. And big managers don't do that. Big managers don't panic and collapse under pressure. But take nothing away from Argentina at the same time, because that is how champions has rise. Champions has rise to the occasion, and that's what they did yesterday. They rose to the occasion because England handed it to them. England handed it to them and say, come and win the game. And that's exactly what they do. You can't give fellas like Lionel Messi, arguably the greatest player of all time, arguably the greatest player of all time. You cannot keep kicking back out the ball and giving him possession of that ball. He will run rampant every day, twice on a Sunday. And that's exactly what he did. That first goal that Argentina scored, the equalizer, that's about the 4th time for the game Argentina run that corner, you know. That same corner, you know. Where they played short, and the player who it went short to, knock it back to Messi out wide, and Messi either put the ball in or pass it back out to him to swing it in. It was about the 3rd or the 4th time they run that corner, you know. So you telling me England didn't figure out that that's the same corner? after the first two times and are just to defend it? Look now, man. All I had to be joking. Anyway, there was another controversy after the game. Well, there were quite a few controversies after the game, because I know that game would have been heated, given the history between England and Argentina. And you know it would have been heated from the singing of each country's national anthem. I don't know if anybody noticed, but when England's national anthem played, right? Every single player on the English team, you could have seen they were singing it loud, right? When Argentina anthem started to play, and they went down, the cameraman went down, everybody, it's as if Argentina was trying to sing louder than England. The competition started there from the singing of the national anthem. That is how big a rivalry, that is how big that rivalry is between Argentina and England. You understand? And then, well, you had after the game, Bellingham had a situation there with the Argentinian player. It was caught on camera from a fan in the stands. He was there. One of the Argentinians come up, shake his hand. Then there was this one here. I don't know, wait till he tell Bellingham, boy. He had to tell Bellingham something. Bellingham walked up to him and hit him a clout, yes? And there was a little altercation there. Right? This was after the game. I don't know, I feel he had to tell Bellingham something. Something he tell Bellingham. Because Bellingham is not that kind of guy that just walk up to you and hit you a clout. Right? Especially when you now lose a game like that, you could be easily agitated. You understand what I'm saying? So there was a little altercation there. And then Argentina might be in for a little fine, because after the game as well, we have the photos of them holding up the sign. Yeah, run that for me now. This was very controversial yesterday as well. Mostly because of this. Where the pictures? Oh, let's stick in, man. Right. So they came and they held up this sign. Las Malvinas son Argentinas. Right? Now, Argentina players controversially held up a political banner reading Las Malvinas son Argentinas. The Falklands are Argentine, after their 2-1 World Cup semi-final victory over England in what appears to be a contravention of FIFA rules. FIFA's stadium code of conduct bans banners, flags, flyers, apparel and other paraphernalia that are of political, offensive and or discriminatory nature inside stadiums. Las Malvinas is a term used in Argentina for the Falklands Islands, a British territory that Argentina's military government invaded and attempted to take in 1982. And FIFA could fine Argentina after the players displayed Malvinas, Falklands Islands, for Argentina banner. FIFA do not tolerate political gestures. Back in 2014, Argentina were fined for the same reason. All right? And a lot of people said this is no longer about a football match. It's a direct, ruthless statement aimed straight at English hearts. All right? Because there has been a geopolitical dispute surrounding those islands for the longest while now. All right? So all of that came into play yesterday. So when you think football, football is a beautiful game, but it is even more beautiful. I know some people would say that this is the ugly nature of the game, but I disagree. I think this is the passion of the game. This is the other battlefield. if you understand what I'm saying, fellas, you could fight battles in war with guns and tanks and all these things. But this is the other battlefield. You understand what I'm saying? This is where rivalries happen. You know what I mean? Heated exchanges. This is where it is. And the passion comes out and everything, because these guys, they know what they're playing for, you know. These fellas ain't just playing to win a World Cup, you know. They're playing for the country, you know. You understand? So it's one of the highest levels of patriotism, is to represent your country on the highest level, on the biggest stage. You understand what I'm saying? That is as patriotic as it gets. Patriotism is not just putting on a uniform and going to war. Patriotism is where anytime you're representing your country in anything, you're represented to the highest order, to the best of your ability. You put your heart and your soul into it, and you know what I mean, and you make your stand right there. You understand? So it is what it is, and you can't get away from that in sports, because athletes are human too, and they are also messengers as well. And not just messengers, but they are role models. They are people that, you know, that countries have great hope in. If you see the crowd reaction yesterday of the English fans when Argentina went 2-1 up, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's like the end of the world. It's like the world came to an end. This is how big the sport of football is. This is how big sports is. You understand? And that is why we in Trinidad and Tobago, we need to get serious with sports. I know Philip Watts is putting together a lot of things. As a matter of fact, tomorrow he has the closing ceremony for the round robin football. I'll give all you more information on that a little bit later on at the top of the hour. But it's free admission. Everybody's invited. You could come out to Hasely Crawford Stadium. They have a nice little round robin vibes going on with the teams. I'll give you the teams. It's like it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 teams, but 4 will compete in one category and the next 4 in another category. It'll be a lot of fun and things like that, but the Ministry of Sport has put that together. It's absolutely free. You just walk in the stadium and you come and you're taking the vibes, you sit down, you watch a little football and thing, you have a good afternoon of it. It starts at 2 p.m., right? Could bring a lot of children on holidays right now, bring them out. Because usually when they get to the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs 11 versus the Diplomatic 11, you see players like Stern John, Brent Sancho, David Nakid, Dwayne Bravo, Kieran Pollard, Nicholas Puran, all these fellas will be there just for the fun and the enjoyment of it, right? So you could come out and you could take that in tomorrow at the stadium. But football, the World Cup this weekend, the final, Spain, Argentina, it ought to be that's going to be a very, very, very interesting final, because Spain was the favorites to the World Cup going into the World Cup, right? And somewhere along the way, they got lost in the conversation, and nobody was really paying attention to Spain. And they've been moving like silent assassins since. They've been getting the job done under the radar. So we'll see. But Argentina, take nothing away from them. Backbone, boy. Champions have to have backbone. And you had to know when to rise to the occasion, and they did that yesterday again. And that was the first game yesterday, by the way. Before I get into the headlines quickly, that was the first game yesterday where it didn't have any controversial call. There was no controversy yesterday in that game, as opposed to the other Argentinian games. And I told people that, I said, all these controversial calls, you're not going to get it in Argentina, England, because they know very well they can't go wrong England with those kind of calls. It will have repercussions. And that's how it was, you know what I mean? But fair game yesterday, and yeah, boy, Argentina, Ole put in a hell of a shift yesterday, I ain't lying. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll get back into it. Well, I see in the headlines here this morning that the THA will face a negligence lawsuit. The family of the Pigeon Point jet ski tragedy victim is seeking damages from the state and operator following April 8th incident. All right, so the family is taking action in terms of negligence. That matter, I would imagine, will go to the court and some level of compensation will be sought. Hummingbird AI defends the proposed Trinidad and Tobago data center project. Now, all this talk has emerged over these data centers. And the experts flying out from all the crevices that you go to, coming out like German cockroach, right? I didn't know we had so much data center experts in Trinidad and Tobago. We have about 16,000 people that have signed a petition. Good luck with that, because when we were with the Candlelight Movement, we had 128,000 physical signatures, and up to now, to date, the needle hasn't moved. PH drivers still operating how they're operating. Everything's still going on how it's going on. We don't know what the hell is going on with pepper spray and other things like that, which we wrote about. And that was 128,000 signatures. But listen, you have one of the companies here coming out to defend the proposed data centers. And you know, we are doing exactly what we are known to do. Behave like a banana republic. A memorandum of understanding is all that has been established so far. The Minister of Public Administration and AI was on the program here Tuesday. He spoke. He said there are many things that still need to be discussed. All that is happening right now is there's a memorandum of understanding. And if the government has to move forward, they will move forward and be guided as they move forward. So there are still some questions that he did not want to answer specifically because he can't, right? Because you have to reach further into the dialogue further into the dialogue and the development in order to be able to answer certain questions, right? But listen, everybody is pointing out all of these negatives. All these 16,000 people and all the experts that has come out from nowhere and anywhere and everywhere and has fallen from the sky, right? All these experts that has jumped out, they come out and everybody focusing on, the environment and this, that, and the other. But they're not weighing the pros and the cons. You have to weigh the pros and the cons in anything that you're doing. And you would swear, the way that they're carrying on, is as if this is the first ever data center being proposed in the world. It have over 10,000 data centers across the globe. Right? It have right here in the Caribbean, it have data centers. I have been informed. And I think the minister mentioned on Tuesday. When I was reading up on it, I didn't see anything about the Caribbean, but then again, we had I don't know what is the scale of those data centers that would exist in the Caribbean, but there are data centers. As a matter of fact, the minister did say that himself. He said, we have data centers here. That's where TSTT and all of them store the data. You know what I mean? The scale of the data centers that are being proposed is a different thing and would require different resources and so on and so forth. But it's in the early stages and we haven't really established where we're headed and where we're going yet. Right? But in the true nature of a banana republic, the experts jump out. Right? But it seems to be the main issue that people are talking about, or the main issue dominating the headlines today, is that data center, because in another newspaper, we see that calls grow for clarity in AI data centers. So, it's crossed 19,000 signatures now, this petition. All right? And I'm just saying that before you sign a petition, you should do your research first. Because you can't tell me we have so many people in the country, among the average population, that are knowledgeable on data centers, that, So people just sign things for signing its sake. You understand? Based on whatever little information you have to go by, or whoever on social media tell them it ain't good or it good or whatever the case might be. So, do your own research. And then understand the pros and the cons. Right? And then make an informed decision. Not a knee-jerk reaction decision. I am neither here or there with the data centers just yet because there is no significant information as it relates to what the actual plans are in Trinidad and Tobago just yet. So all we have is a whole set of hysteria with no information, with little information, I should say. All right, we're going to take the break. When we come back from the break, we're going to open the phone lines, take some calls. There was one guy that did a video, and he actually mentioned the data centers in the video, and he was comparing it to the way that we just deal with basic stuff in Trinidad and Tobago, and part of that basic stuff, or the basic, how can I put this, boy? The basic program or work program that he's talking about is like the cleaning up of like the upkeep program and things like that. And he was highlighting something, and we will deal with that. We will deal with that when we come back. Or don't go anywhere. We'll take your phone calls all the way to the top. And we have Mr. Narayan Singh coming in at the top of the second hour. We're going to also take some calls in this segment as well. We'll see what he is going to discuss this morning, but it's always interesting, and it always has to do with things that are relatable to you in the workplace. So don't go anywhere. We continue after this.
World Cup Finals, view live Sunday 19 July at the AO World Cup Arena, located at All Out, 94 Tragreed Road, Queen's Park Oval, Port of Spain.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Are love problems, marriage issues, financial struggles, or business setbacks affecting your life? Pandit Tiwari is a trusted spiritual specialist helping people finding guidance, solutions, and peace. Whether you are facing relationship problems, family disputes, marriage difficulties, financial obstacles, or business challenges, Pandit Tiwari provides personalized spiritual assistance to help you move forward with confidence. Don't let problems control your future. Your solution could be just one call away. Call Pandit Tiwari today. Pandit Tiwari, your path to happiness, success, and peace.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Cars, sports, careers, food. We men always talk about these things, but not about our health. Did you know that testosterone is responsible for muscle mass, strength, deep voice, healthy hair growth, and a sex drive? With low testosterone, we may not achieve our potential. The good news is that Jameson Power for Men is an excellent testosterone support. Take Jameson Power for Men and perform to your max. Jameson, here for your health.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Rollins Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning. All right, so as we return, before we get into the phone calls, right? There was a video that we were supposed to show yesterday. All right? I want to highlight this video because a lot of times in Trinidad and Tobago, we kind of forget that it have good people still. All right? So, I'm going to run you this video. It has to do with an elderly guy. Apparently, his name is Kazim Hussain, just like the former Minister of Agriculture. He was reported missing. All right? And a guy who does not know him, is not associated with him or his family, does not know who he is, took time out of his day, right, to find out who this man had concern because he saw him on the side of the road. Run me the Good Samaritan video.
Are you doing quite there? You know where you're going? So you saying you park your vehicle quite out so and walk in here. That not making no sense, Papi. That not making no sense. What's your name, you say? Kazim. Kazim Hussain. Papi, you ever find out to me? He ran off the road. But how you run up the road and you was walking up so? I go and buy some people to see if they know Papi in the people yard. Okay, Papi and Papi come out of the van and walk in. Watch him. Papi. Papi, what you doing, man? I tell you, we gotta call the police. I can't call them. Come in. You going? You going to take a fresh? Eh? Yeah, because you have me up and down whole morning since 3 times. 1 o'clock, since 10 o'clock. You lucky you bounce up the right person because somebody done try to thief that van from you.
But he ain't no big. And his uncle came in the station, the public get the driver's bullet, and they go in here. Tell the police where you find him, and you also. My boy,
Yeah.
thanks.
Later.
Yeah, have a good one.
You calling them your sons? Them don't know you, they say they don't know you. You make me stop and saying, look your father, I know your son. Them saying them don't know you. You setting me up, man. So why you say? Yeah, hold your documents.
Yeah, all right. So we had to big up that guy. I don't know who he is, but he's a good one. Because many people, he really right where he telling Papi, he say, lucky you bounce up the right person. Because somebody else that you bounce up might have tried and thief that, not only thief the van, they might have killed him. So that elderly guy was apparently reported missing. And this guy saw him on the side of the road, roaming, wandering. Papi looked like he into, I don't know if he was supposed to be driving that van, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if he have some level of some, dementia or something like that at his age. And maybe he wasn't supervised and he came out of the house and jumped in the van and went driving off with it. And he's not supposed to be driving because he crashed on the side of the road. He kind of looking like he really don't know where he is or what he about because he couldn't really give any proper information. But the guy did the right thing. You take him to the police station and, well, hopefully his family, well, I would like to think that the police would have contacted his family and so on and so forth. And they would have returned him home. But, yeah, you don't get people, it's very rare in society today that you will get somebody to take time out of their day and go, go the extra mile to ensure that, that you're safe. And that's what he did. He even let him in his van, all kind of thing. You don't even know the man. Pick him up, put him in the van, drive around with him. Papi telling him this but children, and it turned out that it wasn't this children, and he ended up saying, okay, we'll take it to the station. You know what I mean? But big up that brother. He's a good one. And it have plenty of people like that out here, but it's just very rare that we kind of see these things playing out and getting to social media and getting the publicity that it needs. You know what I mean? 327-7400, let me hear what you're all about this morning. Let's go. Just now, eh? That's now, people. Hold on. Will you connect me there? Yeah, morning.
Good morning to you, Stefan.
Yeah, man, what's up?
Yeah, boy, I watched that game yesterday. Well, you don't say it, you say England had to lose the game if they really want to lose the game. Because I don't know if that's a part of football. Yeah, I really confused because I never see football playing on one side only and the next side clear. I know it's you trying to score, I trying to score. I don't know where that kind of football come from to make Argentina go in the final anyway. Like total madness. Because what I realized is a team could only play as good as you allow them to play now.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
That's what I think there. Because let me tell you something. You might have the greatest team, but if you play in them, like how you're supposed to play football, that greatest team will have a fight on their hand. You don't do that and let men come around your post and see your goal post all the time, and you can't come out. Like total crazy football.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, And that man who had done that day, I would have do that same thing because I that type of person. I used to help people when I used to work with him truck, pull out man, who run off road, take my time and pull them out because you know what, man, I pull out and I didn't take a cent from them, boy. Right? So I know about doing this kind of good thing, and praise God, you still have a man who are wrong will do it. But not many people will do that, Stephen. Trust me, sometimes you just meet up with the wrong person. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Yeah, morning. Yeah, big up, brother.
Stefan, morning.
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah, that guy is from by me. He not live far from by me.
Serious?
Yeah, I watching him this morning. I catch him. He not live far from by us.
All right.
So we are in here. So if they find him, I know which part he is.
But
Which part he live.
he have any kind of mental issues like dementia or he's suffering from anything like that?
I never know that he's a mechanic by trade, but never know that he suffer from dementia.
No, I'm just saying, only saying dementia, but I just mean if he's aware, if he's mentally aware,
like
you know.
There.
Yeah.
He
we have
like
people.
he was out there, but he live in Montrose.
All right, cool, man.
They have a mechanical garage in Montrose.
Yeah, man.
So if they're still looking for him, they check him there. And I want to talk about something, right?
Yeah.
Everybody listen to our youth man talking about the center. This thing that I was going and talk about this now, right?
Yeah, the data centers.
The data center. And I listen to the kind of crap this little youth pushing out. Like he is by I don't know by where he research about how much water, how much electricity, and how much people playing by is like I didn't know Trinidad had so much of professional or people. I don't know where they're coming out from it. All of this by, and I only listen to it, just a part of it. I doing my research now to get the full blow of it. You understand? Before you could comment on it. But by like these people reach real far with us.
Boy.
You know.
Brother man, I'm gonna tell you something.
I want to know if they ever reach far in knowing that, all right, for instance, before I reach the airport, the airport, and it powered by solar energy.
Yeah.
It's a windmill electricity that deal with all of this too. Why is so thinking about what current, so much of current they're going to use and all, but
because people took the social media talking about the amount of water, and what they're saying is that what some of them saying is so it just don't make no sense, boy. Is that all right? So we have a
water right now, and we suffering for water.
Right.
Imagine that.
You know, you're right. So a lot of people don't get water in Trinidad and Tobago on a consistent basis, right? So because of that, they are trying to compare water supply with water distribution. Understand what I'm saying, eh? We do not have a we do not have a water supply problem.
I will listen on that. I'll listen off it.
All right, cool. But they're not understanding. We do not have a water supply problem. We have water. Our problem has always been how the water is distributed. You understand? It has never been for lack of supply. Hello, good morning. So is that a laugh sometimes? But nevertheless, morning.
Morning, Stefan. How you going, man?
Hi, good man.
Yeah, nah. Cause I'm lucky I didn't pass in there, nah. Right? This morning I driving a van all about the place, nah.
Yeah, man. Oh, God.
Anyway,
yeah.
I'll tell you something, eh? I, at one time, give up hope for Trinidad and Tobago. Because you know, I used to always say Trinidad and Tobago is like Timbuktu. I said that dotish people living there, and I said that smart man, just have them fighting among themselves and go on with all the wealth. When I see only 17 to 19,000 people sign that petition, I say, way boy, we have hope in Trinidad and Tobago. Because from the time that petition came out, I said we'd have like 200,000 or 300,000 people signing it, dotish people signing it, because they had nothing what they're really talking about, and they rushed going to sign a petition because the trolls and them started to jump out, and all in a sudden them
the influencers, yeah.
Yeah. So now, so far, they say now the petition was there for like how much? Nearly a week and only 17,000. Well, we in a good place now. You know, people getting smarter in this country. But the thing about it, when I look at the majority of the people who making posts about data centers and things, because they sound type of like probably borderline intelligent, and mostly is men. And you would think we as men, and young and probably looking for jobs and should be knowledgeable about the industry and things, should do some research and understand what we're talking about before we come out and put things and make ourselves look dotish. And, you know, it's amazing. But let me tell you something. Any project you want to go forward in Trinidad and Tobago, all you have to do, you say, hey, you know, people will live in 1 mile around data centers around the world, they don't suffer from erectile dysfunction. And in the morning, you will see everybody want a data center around their house. They want it, the price of property go up, skyrocket, and they would have no debate or no negativity about data center. So the AI man for the government just put out on a page that here what? It has been studied around the world that data center eliminates erectile dysfunction totally. And what bet in the morning, you get about 1 million signatures that we want the data center built next door by me. We want it here and then. And out then all the discussion with this or that dons and them that I have to deal with every day. Have a good morning, Stefan. Take care, man. Yeah.
No problem, no problem. You see, just like, this reminds me of, I remember COVID, when COVID now happened, and the whole world started panic. And I sat here and I said, what is this all panicking for? You're dealing with that virus with a 1% mortality rate. You know what I mean? And then I went and I started doing a little research and thing and everything, and this reminds me of that something has been proposed and immediately a fear-mongering button has been pressed and it just gone wild. That's what I say, banana republic mentality. That's how we just operate. We don't stop to think. And as I said, I am neither here or there. I will weigh all the pros and cons. I will gather the pros versus the cons, and then you make an informed decision. Morning.
Hello, Stefan. Good morning.
Yep. What's up?
Very, very, very pleasant morning to you. I really saw the dent in your wallet, to be honest. Well, you know what I had to face? My husband is half English, and my oldest son is an Argentina fan.
Oh, God, pressure.
A fanatical Argentina fan. And me, my layman view, I was watching the match, and I said, but wait, if England was such a great team after all, you know, why didn't they score at least another goal when it was 1-0, right?
Right.
And I said also, again, I said, but they're only defending, they're not trying to, you know, well, the same thing, they're not trying to get another goal. But what I think it all boils down to is that, notwithstanding people are against Argentina based on certain, you know, things, it all boils down to Messi's best. You agree or no? Yeah, my husband was looking like that, Stefan.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody, I mean, a few people will. A few people will if he was in the bars. A lot of English fans were shocked yesterday because they didn't believe Argentina would have come back and win that game. But like I said, England handed them it.
Yes.
They hand them it and say take it.
So is Sunday is the final, yeah?
Yeah, Sunday's the final. Saturday's the third and fourth playoff.
He had already asked me to make a patacon soup for his people who coming over to his house. So, you know, I'm glad that Argentina did win because of him. Sorry for my husband, but you know, that is all right. My son really, really was back in. I mean, all the T-shirts and all the flags and everything by his house.
Well, you done invested all that. You done invested all that Argentina thing. You might as well. Argentina jersey, Argentina this, Argentina that. What you gonna do? We are real Argentinian fans in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. I didn't even know that. Lord Father. All right.
You didn't see the little children, the English children, how they were crying.
Yes.
Like when they flashed, it was very sad. But,
Well, this is
but
a-
he's
this
really
is a-
the best,
this
right?
is-
Take care. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Listen, you have to understand, football is life, you know. Football is life. That is what it is. It's life. This is football. This is why it's the biggest sport in the world. Morning. It's a passion. It's rivalry.
Morning,
it's-
Mr. Stefan.
Yeah, what's going on?
I agree with you, and the caller before I agree to you. They just play defense in the last 20 minutes. I know what madness to do. I see Rashford come up. I say, what? He on the side and he on the bench? I say, what's going on with this man, boy?
Rashford busting
I
up
said,
net
me
in
know-
La Liga for Barcelona whole season.
Me him know that man on the side. First, I don't really follow football again.
You
I see
understand?
Rash. I said, what is this?
Yep.
We was all the time.
Yep. Tuchel,
But
man.
that's a lot of controversial. It had controversial calls in the first half, my friend. It had a lot of fouls that were wrong. Argentina put on the yellow card. The first 3 minutes, it had a massive foul. I go any enter, I go send it as usual.
Well, I think-
But it had a lot of come here. I know where that referee was.
Well, I think the referee in the early of the game, he was more issuing warnings than anything else, eh?
Yeah, I know, most issuing more than anything else. Yes, I agree.
Because what happened in games like that, right? You want to keep control of the game. You don't want it to escalate because you know it's heated rivalry. So you know things going to get heated. So you try to calm things down first before you start handing out cards. Because if a player gets sent off, it could spoil the game. But that's in the discretion of the referee.
I agree, but Argentina played very, very hard in the first half, friend.
Yeah.
The amount of fouls they put on them English players, and that wasn't easy.
Yeah, they was playing nasty, you know.
Yeah.
Argentina play real nasty, you know.
Yeah. I watched that. I said, wait, this team, Argentina playing real nasty, Dread.
Yeah.
That first half, Dread.
They play nasty football. They sit you some little elbow and some little knock and thing on the follow through and that kind of thing. They play a nasty game.
Without controversy on one of the goals scored by Argentina, if it's an offside, right? I didn't see the analytics of the video yet.
Well,
okay. Good morning.
No problem.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, that was the equalizing goal from the corner. I saw that there was a suggestion that it might have been offside. However, I only got one look at it because they flashbacked it once and then the decision on the field was goal. But usually, when you have a possibility of offside like that, usually after the goal is allowed and the play goes on, they come back and they show you the computer, the technology and thing that they're using, they come back and show you the line, which they never did. So I would have to either presume, one, that it wasn't a close call and Messi was onside, or two, they didn't go back and show you, well, for other reasons, which, you know. Morning!
Morning.
But he looked to be on. He looked to be on. Yeah.
Yeah, boy, this controversy with the data center. I see Small Spin was trying to spin our story and only giving half the story and people running with it, you know.
Well, this is what happened. People giving one-sided information, right?
You understand?
The government has said, look, we know there are concerns. They have admitted to that. That yes, we understand there are concerns. And they will have to be guided accordingly moving forward, right? But then you have this section of people, they're only giving you the negative. They're not telling people what the positives are. It have almost 11,500 data centers across the world, including the Caribbean. Right? To what capacity of the islands, I can't say, but they exist.
Yeah, but what you have to realize too is the people that see what you're talking to, they don't know better, you know. You understand? And that's why they have to keep them in that mentality so that they can feed them whatever they need to feed them. Because I mean, you cannot show, but I see people talking about, I get to realize something. I realize that them people are accustomed with outhouse. And the day they see a flush toilet, they go, so that is something from Star Trek.
All right. Lord Father. All right, good man. I understand the analogy, though. I understand the analogy. All right, I've got to go to the break. We'll take some calls after Mr. Narayan Singh's segment because we have a little gap there. We have no Watson on this morning. But listen, you have pros, you have cons. One of the pros is the increasing investment in our growing market. You have a total global value projected to reach somewhere around 800 billion US dollars by the end of the decade in terms of these centers and that entire market. We're looking at about a projected value globally of about $800 billion US. One of the reasons why the project, which will be undertaken by 2 United States firms, it's coming amid an expansion, so to speak. Well, not so to speak, but it's an expansion in domestic energy sector. And because of that expansion in the energy sector, we have a lot of international investors that are looking at Trinidad and Tobago, and they're investing in Trinidad and Tobago. I keep mentioning that, all of the investments that are coming to TNT through the energy sector, from ExxonMobil to Shell to you name it, right? There is that deal with Venezuela and the business with Venezuela that will be done, and the setting up of American companies here in Trinidad and Tobago, and they're going to need somewhere to store the data. All of these things are connected, right? Nothing is separate and apart. In Guyana, I understand there's a big project in Guyana, which I think is a big AI center that is being developed there. So, I mean, I think it's somewhere in Demerara. It's Guyana is establishing a large AI center in Demerara to provide specialized computing infrastructure. So there is a huge project in Guyana, the fastest growing economy in the world, where they are developing an AI center there, a massive AI center. So there's a lot of things going on in the Caribbean, in this market that is expanding, and the world of technology and everything that is coming. Now, I am very cautious as it relates to technology, but that is totally different to a data center. That is where the data is stored. I am cautious as it relates to technology in terms of the development and the fast pace that we're going at, right? But I guess we can't stop it. It's here, right? It's here, and it will move forward, I guess, whether some people like it or not. I have my concerns. I've always had concerns. I have had concerns since Facebook was a thing. And I was talking to people about that since BBM. Oh, remember BBM? Director, you ever had a BlackBerry? Well, Chris would not have that. You would not have BlackBerry. You only know about Android phone and iPhone. Right. Well, before that, it had BBM. And since that BBM era, I was on radio at 104.7. And I was talking about that. I said, look how everybody messaging now and nobody making a call. And we losing the human connection and things like that. I was talking all those things back then, on radio, And then came WhatsApp, which made it even worse now. Because now people rather WhatsApp and thing than pick up the phone and make a call, right? In terms of how we used to communicate. So there are aspects of technology that I'm very cautious about, in terms of taking away the human connection and that kind of thing, and then human resource in terms of employment and so on and so forth, because it appears that robots will replace a lot of us very soon. Yeah, make no mistake about that. There are factories being run by robots and technology, right? It already exists in the world. So there are certain things that I'm cautious about and I keep a close eye on, but data centers, like I said, I'm still weighing the pros and the cons, and I'll make up my mind in time to come. But right now, it's just a memorandum of understanding, and it really has no need for all this conversation at the ear. Have your conversations, nobody and say no, but this kind of panic button that everybody want to press, It's really not called for. Let me get elders. So let me remind you that elders has 3 courses here for the vacation period. They have the 3-week AI course, and you can sign up for that. You could also sign up for the CSEC vacation classes, which is a 6-week program for Forms 3, 4, and 5. There's also the conversational Spanish. That's a 7-week course, and you can sign up for that as well. You can call 627-8632, or you can WhatsApp 715-5480 and get registered today. All right, so make sure and check out elders, get registered, and take advantage of those vacation classes and get ahead when you get back out to school, all right, or the workplace. Seth Wyo's Holistic Health Clinic, powered by nutritional therapy. It's very simple. You can manage, you can stop managing diseases and start reversing them naturally with drug-free, supplement-free root cause healing through nutritional therapy. So you can give him a call today and book an appointment on 279-3935 or 761-1952. And you can also order his book, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished. You can pick up the book at all RIK bookstores nationwide, or Nelson's in Tobago. You can go check Amazon or Gumroad for the digital copy. So make sure and check out Seth and book your appointment today. And finally, we have Chef Shiraz on the open day. So Chef has his open day event Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the 16th, the 17th, and the 18th of July. Today is what? It starts today? All right. So the first one is today. The others are Friday and Saturday. I do hope that you all made your call and you're on board, because it is free admission. Refreshments will be provided. Go discover the chef in you, man. And you will also experience a live cooking demo at 11 a.m. And you can call Chef on 3724639 or 7375097. And if you're not on board for Friday yet or Saturday, maybe there's some space left, you can make a call. He also has the Asian, give me the 2 cooking courses now.
We are deep into stoppage time, all. They must be careful here. Oh no! But hang on. They are checking it. It's going to be in the hands of the VAR. This is unbearable. The goal has been reversed. They have felt everything it is possible to feel.
Welcome to Zambrano's Learning Academy. We are more than just a preschool. We are a family-oriented early childhood center where children are loved, nurtured, and inspired to grow. We'd like to think of ourselves as a safe space. From the moment a family joins our community, our hope is that they feel welcomed, safe, secured, and truly at home. By cultivating positive partnership, education becomes a journey best traveled together. We understand that every child is unique with their own strengths, interests, personality, and learning styles. That is why we believe every child has potential, and our role is to nurture their curiosity, confidence, independence, and love of learning so that they can thrive both in school and life. Using meaningful experiences, hands-on explorations, and proven educational practices, we create and develop a genuine love for learning. Our goal is to help children become confident, capable, independent learners who are prepared for an ever-changing world. We focus on developing the whole child by supporting not only academic growth, but also social-emotional development, problem-solving skills, resilience, and character. Most importantly, we believe that when children feel valued, connected, and understood, they thrive. Enrollment is ongoing at this time. You can contact us at 689-1345. We invite you to experience the warm partnership and sense of belonging at Zambrano's Learning Academy.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
Big sale event at Salinas and Sebastian's. Graduation, prom, weddings, Father's Day, or just stepping into your next big moment. We've got you covered because Salinas and Sebastian's, it's more than a suit. It's the perfect fit when it matters most. From the boardroom to date night, look sharp, feel confident, and show up ready. And because value matters, now is the time to dress best for less. Enjoy 25 to 35% off special suits and create a look that's uniquely yours. Complete the look. 35% off dress shirts. Up to 50% off selected dress shoes with any formal purchase. Sneakers, buy one, get one free, or buy one and get one half price. Ladies, 25% off selected dress shoes for your special moments. Dress for the moments that matters most. Salinas and Sebastian's, located at Gulf City Mall, upper level. WhatsApp 715-9533.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career, Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be. Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals. Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Are you tired of managing symptoms without understanding why your body is breaking down? Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic provides consultation and re-education sessions followed by nutritional therapy programs designed to address the root causes of chronic disease. The clinic works with clients in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, helping people rebuild the body through correct nutrition, not drugs, supplements, herbs, detoxes, injections, or quick fixes. Setwayo is also the author of You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, a powerful health book that has been the top-selling book on consignment at RIK bookstores nationwide every month since entering the stores. If you're struggling with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, autoimmune issues, fertility challenges, digestive problems, or other chronic condition, book a consultation and re-education session today. Purchase the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, Amazon, or Gumroad. Visit setwayoclinic.com or call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, rebuilding the body, reversing disease through nutritional therapy.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
All right, so welcome back to Breaking Dawn this morning. We have Mr. Ramkumar Narayan Singh with us, and we're going to get the discussion. By now, you all should know his face and be familiar with him. And he's here on a Thursday. We have 30 minutes this morning. We are now 14 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. And we're going to get into discussion about disciplinary action. So for all of you who headed out to work this morning and you're watching this online or whatever, disciplinary action. Remember, your actions have consequences in the workplace.
Morning,
What's
man.
up? Morning to you, man. So, where you want to start with disciplinary action?
Well, disciplinary action in Trinidad and Tobago has been contentious for a number of years.
Right.
I think as far back as since, from going back all the way to when we moved into an independence and became a republic, and the Industrial Relations Act, or even actually before the Industrial Relations Act, prior to that, when I think there was the ordinance, you had contention arising in the workplace when it comes to the employer-employee relationship. And employers, they have always been, unfortunately, when you look at the history of the employee-employer relationship, the reality is that employers have a track record of abusing the employees' rights in history.
Okay.
When it comes to disciplinary action. And if you go back all the way back to when, you know, society was severely segregated by class and caste, and I use the word severely there. You had people being beaten, people being physically abused, mentally abused. And that's where all of this, you know, comes from. It's written in blood, so to speak.
Right.
And over time, the world embraced what we simplify as the principles of natural justice, what the industrial court has simplified and judicial system has simplified as the principles of natural justice. Principles of natural justice establish a minimum standard by which a person is supposed to be treated and engaged with in the course of any form of accusation being made against them. Now, in today's work environment, Stefan, what's really happening is that people seem to not have an appreciation for a separation between circumstances where people may have made a poor decision in a work environment and where people may have taken deliberate action or may have acted deliberately, I should say, in regards to whatever the issue and circumstances is. And we have a tendency, Stefan, to negatively interpret everything. So...
You think? Go ahead,
yeah. I mean, we look at things that are happening and immediately the human behavior is to assume the worst.
Right.
So, and I know we talked about late coming recently, and if you recall, I mentioned that you could have people with different circumstances coming to work late, and if you take, as the work environment, if you take a broad brush and you just pass it on everybody, you would label everybody as being deliberately intending to violate the employment terms.
Right.
But you could have different circumstances.
Right.
So, in the first instance, it is my professional opinion that disciplinary action should start off with an intention from the employer to be reformative. And that means that in the process and course of addressing whatever the issue is or whatever the concern is, it should be with an intention to help the employee come back to where they started or where they were meant to be when it comes to their duties and responsibilities.
All right.
So let's just consider, Stefan, circumstances where somebody, let's just take a simple job, cashing.
Okay.
Now I use cashing deliberately because quite often people who are engaged in this position, you hear that there are issues associated with cash shortage, errors when it comes to change, accountability for money. And it becomes one of the most contentious issues that could arise in a workplace because the employer sees that different to how you may see somebody who, may have damaged something in the workplace. We treated cash a certain way in this country.
Yes.
You remember when they changed over the money and how everything, cash affects us a certain way. So, a cashier, you may have situations where a cashier may make a mistake, or there may be an issue surrounding money being accounted for. The drawer comes short. And the immediate reaction most people have is, that person may have stolen the money.
Yes, because that's the person that is responsible
accounted for the cash, the money missing, stolen the money. And also the kind of knee-jerk reaction now is, well, I can't have somebody who has an intention to steal working handling cash.
Correct.
I want to get the person out of the workplace. I want to send them home. I can't let them work another day, another minute, another second. And that type of behavior is what gets employers into trouble. 99% of the time they get into trouble. Because you didn't take a second or some type of time to say, well, you know what, let me just actually find out what actually happened. And then most of the time the reaction from the employee is very defensive.
Okay.
So instead of an employee sitting down and reasonably thinking, all right, let me see what happened on this shift that may have contributed to money being misplaced.
Right.
The employee is going to say, I don't know nothing about that. And it creates immediate contention because the employer is thinking, I gave you the responsibility for my cash register. I expect you to be accountable for the money that's being handled.
Right.
How could you not know anything about the money that's missing?
Well, you could not know.
Oh no, I don't disagree with you.
Right.
You could not know, but it's the attitude and the reaction to it.
Well, the first thing is, because nobody likes to be called a thief.
You see what you just did? Exactly my point. Because even if somebody does not tell you that you're a thief, and I say to you, you get the impression, and that's the problem that we have there, Stefan. We have a lot of assumptions.
Right. No, so nobody likes to be called a thief or a liar.
Yeah.
So the first thing somebody will say, so you're telling me I lied then?
Right. And on the other side, nobody likes if their property is missing and the person who they think is responsible for it is claiming they don't know nothing
about it. Yeah. How are you going to know nothing about it?
Right? So reasonability, the advice that I have this morning is, this is where you start. You start with a minimum standard of reasonability, and that standard is to do not presume immediately the worst. Now that's easier said than done, right? Because the other problem you might have is that the person may have had a track record of money coming short.
Okay.
That happens, right?
Right, yeah.
But here's the catch now. 99% of the employers who are faced with these situations fail to effectively address the little issues. And as they pile up in the employer's mind, it's becoming a bigger and bigger and bigger issue. But in the employee's mind, that happened, we forget about that and we move on. What I just described there is the actual, if you were to see that in an illustration, you would see a pile on this side and nothing on this side. And then the employer's thinking, how could you not know that this has been going on? And the employee is thinking, that was past. What do I have to do with now? And this is where, and in this regard now, this is where the issue of documentation and the issue of accountability for that documentation comes into question, because most employers are of the mindset that, why should I have to remind you about the responsibility and duties that you were hired to do?
Right.
Why should I have to proverbially babysit you into doing and being attentive, doing the correct thing?
But paying your salary if I do that.
Right.
Because it comes like a micromanaging situation now.
That's right. That's a word that people throw. That's a term that people throw around a lot as well. They
Micromanaging.
say, yeah, why should I have to micromanage you into doing the right thing? Well, this is the unfortunate reality of how the scales balance when it comes to the work environment. Remember the episode we had, Trinidad and Tobago, if you all remember, when I spoke about the employee contributes 10% and the employer contributes 90%.
90%, yeah.
Well, I gave a whole explanation on that, and we do have the that episode on YouTube, so you can go back and look at it if you missed it. But I gave up what I would consider to be a practical explanation of why, and this ties into it now. The employer is in control of all the assets and facilities of a work environment.
Okay.
The employee is only in control of what they are given control of and the rate and standard and process of them acting in the execution of their duties and responsibilities. Those two things they control.
Right.
Right? So using you as an example, you have a duty and a responsibility to come here and be the host of the show. You're given parameters to operate within. But tomorrow morning, the employer could decide that they want to change where they set, how it's laid out. They could decide the standards that they want to introduce. They have control. They can decide what camera they want to use. They have control. Now, the only thing you genuinely have control over is how you deliver your service. That's the only thing.
Right.
So, the thing about it now is that when you leave this workplace, how much of this studio is they can carry home?
None.
I was just checking.
None.
You don't, right? And you don't carry home the ads. You don't carry home the duties. You don't carry home any of
I
these
don't carry
things,
home
right?
none of those things.
It stays right here. The circumstances of it stay right here.
Exactly.
Right. And then you come back expecting that the circumstances that you need for execution remain here. Right?
Yes.
Right. So the point is that when you go home to your personal life, right, although you may have it in your mind, you don't bring any of it here as well. You don't bring your furniture here.
You don't bring your problems here either.
It's in your head.
Yeah.
It's in your head.
Right.
And that is actually quite relevant to what we're going to talk about. It's in your head, but you don't bring it here. But at the end of the day, whilst you may spend a certain amount of time here, your personal investment is actually outside of here, not here. So you ever hear people say, some people make work their personal life? And you notice, you see quite often, because there are a lot of high performers in this country have made work their personal life. So that's it. That's one of the compromise that you make. If you invest yourself a lot in a work environment, you're going to be very good at it, but it becomes your personal life.
It becomes here.
Right? And then you have an imbalanced human being because
Of course.
Because work is so personal, they take everything very personal, and then so that's a whole different. That's a conversation for performance. We'll talk about it another day.
Right.
But coming back to the point, what happens Trinidad and Tobago is this: because the employee goes to their personal life and to their personal circumstances, and the employer has all of these control, and the employee is contributing this 10%. What happens is you have to actually cater for, you must accommodate the possibility that your employee is not thinking about your business and your work environment in the same intimate, personalized, deep way that you take it, that you think about it.
Yeah, because the employee, all right, most employees, they are concerned with the bottom line.
Correct.
The bottom line is, when the month come, I get my
paid.
salary.
Correct.
Right. They're not concerned about the shortcomings during the month, They're not concerned about the day or the 2 or 3 days that they might have reached late in the month,
That's correct. They don't see the impact.
They're not studying that. They're not thinking about, okay, let's say it's a company that depends solely and wholly on contracts, right? In order to earn, right? You lose a contract because you sent out a group of employees to do the work. They did it poorly.
Correct.
The client says, well, look, I can't continue this contract again, Right?
Correct.
A lot of them just go about their business. They're waiting to get paid at the end of the month. And as far as they're concerned,
that's right.
Is at the end of the month they get a salary, and if the company is $50,000 less than what it was last month, that's not their concern.
So
it have a marketing department, or it have a department to deal with that at the full hour.
So should it be their concern?
Of course it should.
All right. So you say it should. So and
if the client is not happy with the service that we have given them, and we have performed poorly in delivering,
right?
Yes, it is our concern as well.
So I agree with you that they should be concerned, but does the law agree with you?
That's a good question. All right, because that one I can't say. I can't tell you what the law say.
And this is the point. You and I and the entirety of Trinidad and Tobago could debate this from an ethical standpoint.
Right.
But from a legal standpoint, the reality is that the law does not establish the responsibility of that accountability on the employee. And let me tell you why I say that. The employee comes to the work environment. The employer that the employer is majority, 90% in control of, or maybe 95% when it comes to, when you look at what the employee can actually control and what they can change or affect, right? Because the employer has that high degree of investment and liability, it is reasonably expected, it's common sense, that the employer should now make the effort to always remind an employee. Well, not when I say always, I want to be clear. This is not a babysitting situation, but establish evidence that the effort has been made to emphasize to the employee that circumstance of potential liability and detriment to the business that they depend on for their job security.
All right.
Right? In other words, you should not just assume that the employee is going to be mindful and thinking about that. You should not. So, and because as the employer, you carry the majority of control when it comes to the work environment, and you have the ability to impact on policies, procedures, protocols, and the accountability standard in a more meaningful way and a more direct way than the employee, that responsibility goes over to the employer.
Okay.
So a person who is making errors and the employer does not establish any type of record of having communicated to the employee the relevance and importance of not making those errors, right? What that you've given is that employee, you've given that employee the opportunity to argue that, since I work in here, I remember when you told me when I started working that, cashing is important. But I really forget, because every day I get involved in cashing and I'm not really paying attention to what happens after cashing. I am only paying attention to what happens in cashing.
You're right, yeah.
And a lot of employers feel very hurt by that. They feel very offended by that. In their minds, you're part of my workplace. How could you not be thinking about what happens after the cashing process is done? Or what happens before the cashing process is initiated? How? And they take it personal. But remember, employees in personal investment is not in your business. It is in their personal lives that they work to support. Right? And that, what I just described there is, in my opinion, the single biggest reason why the employment relationship in the environment gets into contention when it comes to rights and responsibilities.
All right. I wanted to hold that thought there. We're 20 minutes in, so we got 10 more minutes to go. We're going to take a break. So when we come back from the break, we'll have 10 minutes. We'll open the phone lines, and any questions that you have for Mr. Narayan Singh, we'll be willing to answer it as we continue the discussion here. Don't go anywhere. Breaking On continues after this. We'll be back.
World Cup Finals, view live Sunday 19 July at the AO World Cup Arena, located at All Out, 94 Tragreed Road, Queen's Park Oval, Port of Spain.
Before you take your omega-3 supplement, check for the natural product number NPN on the label. This unique code shows that Jameson products have approved rigorous Health Canada testing for safety and effectiveness. Unlike some supplements that carry disclaimers like not approved by the FDA, Jameson omega-3 is the trusted choice, offering 1800 milligrams of EPA and DHA for heart health. Choose quality. Choose Jameson.
Welcome to Antigua Mars. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mars. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to Mars, in my dad
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prelozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes, detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn, and we are 21 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. So we have 10 more minutes remaining with Mr. Narayan Singh. And we want to open the phone line. We've been talking about disciplinary action. So the phone lines are open. It is 327-7400. That is 327-7400. And let's see what we have here. Yep, hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, morning.
Yeah, morning. Hey, Ricky, what going on?
Mr. Narayan Singh, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ricky.
Right. So when you reach to that stage and you keep warning and you keep addressing the employee about their actions, what is the next alternative to that? Is it that you go through the normal process where you normally give them the letter and then you move to remove them from the premises, or what is the next option to that?
All right. Okay. So the plan was to do this. The plan was to do this topic in 2 parts, right? But I'm gonna. He's asked the question, so I'm gonna go straight into it. So where you have somebody, let's just say immediately somebody has done something, for example, like missing money, whatever, because you have to presume innocent until guilt. The first order of business is to do a formal notice to the employee informing them that you have an issue regarding an incident and you want to do an investigation.
Yeah.
Now, he also, I have to interpret his question to also mean that he's asking, if I keep warning somebody or I keep communicating somebody about their shortcomings, what happens next? But let's just be careful about how we use the word warning, because in industrial relations, warning connotates disciplinary action. So just to simply say that I have warned you and you didn't follow principles of natural justice, effective investigation, opportunity to participate in the investigation, formal notice of the outcome of the investigation process, and if you're moving to disciplinary action, formal notice of the allegations, and reference to whatever evidence that you're going to be using to prove the allegations, as well as a formal notice within that for an actual disciplinary hearing, and within that notice of the right to representation, right? And then actually all those administrative things that I just laid out, that is even before the actual hearing.
Okay.
And it sounds complicated. I know some of you all are thinking, well, if I have a small business, why or how can the law expect me to go through all of this? The truth is, these things are standard documents, standard systems that we provide to companies. What we've done over the years, Stefan, is we've formalized it and made it as relatable as possible, so that most companies just fill out these forms, issue the documents. But because the principles of natural justice require these processes to be followed, if in the end you take disciplinary action, warning, suspension, or dismissal, and you do not have evidence of having met these standards, it will be a very, very easy and simple case for any representative, unions, lawyers, whatever, to take and go to the industrial court, and they will win.
They will win.
They will win.
No if, ands, buts,
no
or
if or
maybes.
but on the technicality of the employer failing the process. So, Ricky, to answer your question directly, there is a limit to how much reminders I should be. Letters of advice. Those are not considered to be disciplinary in nature. It's exactly what it says, advice. So I give you advice that you're going in the wrong direction, and this is the correct process. I'm reminding you. Once is a mistake, twice is a habit, the third time is a pattern. So now, in my opinion, you as the employer need to set a standard of how far you will go, and this is what you measure it against, the impact of the issue on your business. So something like an incident where $5,000 go missing, the impact on your business is significant. $5,000 is not a little sum of money. So you can't say, well, I'm going to do a letter of advice because the process says that you must do step one. That has been a preposterous thinking for some time now that has been perpetrated in my opinion, people who want to take a lazy approach to the process, the reformative process. $5 go missing, I would understand. You say, well, this could be a mistake, high probability. Hey, please be attentive on the job. $5,000 go missing. The probability of that being a mistake is very slim.
It's very slim.
Something went critically wrong. Let us do an investigation. Yeah. That's the thinking. Whatever the issue is, you quantify it and you apply it in a way as to how does it impact on the business? How serious is this? What are the risks?
All right. Morning. Hello?
Morning.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, in employment, your contractual arrangement has rules and regulations. It is also governed by the International Labour Organization. And with the rules of natural justice, in terms of a cashier, if money is missing, would it be fair for me to remove them from the position first in order for me to conduct an investigation to ascertain as to whether or not they are responsible for what has happened? And then is natural justice also on both sides of the fence, both with the employer and the employee? I'll listen off it.
All right.
Thank you, caller. That is a very salient point that the caller has made in terms of him asking that question. So there has been a wanton abuse of the system of leave pending the outcome of an investigation process in Trinidad and Tobago. And because of the fact that it has been abused a lot, the industrial court over the years has used its jurisdiction to provide all parties involved with some measure of guidance and clarity. And in the first instance, if you are removing a person from their job position and function for the purposes of investigation, the person must be notified in writing of the investigation commencing, notified that the leave is intended to facilitate the investigation, and that notification should not have in any way any implied or any implied language of disciplinary action. So sometimes people say this thing, you are suspended pending the outcome. And what they don't understand is that it could be easily manipulated, the argument, that term could be easily manipulated to be argued that you took disciplinary action before the actual investigation was completed. So people over the years have understood that if you're giving somebody leave, they call it administrative leave, they just call it management approval of leave pending the outcome. So you try to steer away from any connotations that imply disciplinary action, right? And the other side of it is that there must be a reasonable timeline. So you can't have somebody on suspension or leave for 2 years. I use the word suspension there, I just remember the public sector tends to use that word a lot, right? But I am not an expert in regards to the public sector.
The public sector is quite different because, like we were talking about this before the show, like with a police officer, if a police officer is found wanting, they can't fire him, but they could suspend the officer, but sometimes they suspend them with pay or half pay or some kind of thing like that. So is that really disciplinary action?
Well, I have a personal opinion on that as a professional, and in my mind, if you have adjusted my salary by 50% and you have not found me guilty as yet, you have already taken disciplinary action against me because now I do not have access to my salary, and pay is property in accordance to accordance to law, right? Or legal precedents. So the point is that notice, to answer your question, caller, an employer is within their right to send a person off on leave pending the outcome of an investigation, but the employer must clarify in writing that the leave is intended for a particular investigative process regarding a particular incident, that the leave is not punitive, not of a disciplinary nature, and there must be a reasonable timeline. So you're investigating a cashier, and in terms of your process in your company where $5,000 went missing, and then you take a month. That's your company, your process, your systems. And then that could happen.
Right.
It could happen. I have seen situations where the bank is involved and they have to go through a long process. But you must clarify that. We're going to take a week or we're going to take 2 weeks. And then in that process, please be advised that we've reached this stage of the investigation and this is where our hindrance is, right? Because in closing, because I know we're running out of time, I will say this, Trinidad and Tobago. There is also a measure in industrial relations, there's also a quantified measure of implied punitive action when a person is prevented from fulfilling their duties but receiving pay. And there's precedent set on this where the court has ruled that although the person was on leave with pay, the fact that they were denied of the opportunity to fulfill their duties and execute their professional skills, they were in fact treated in a punitive manner. The length of time that they were out on leave and the length of time that they were denied from being in the workplace. It was found to be discriminatory and a couple other things. There's a very old judgment. I think it was Carney, if I'm not mistaken. I'll find that judgment for you. It'll be interesting. But the point is that you could create a situation where even the leave, where you did not state any type of intention for disciplinary action, but because of the length of time and because of the manner that the person has been treated with being off the job, for the issue that was raised, the court found that the employer had in fact breached the person's rights. So we'll continue this next week.
All right, so we're out of time, but we want to thank Mr. Narayan for coming in. We're 10 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. We're going to take the final break. When we come back from that break, we will wrap things up with the birthdays and anniversaries and so on and so forth. Don't go anywhere. Breaking On continues.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you.
Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream, caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a dream, making dreams come true every day.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Barrel Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
All right, people, so we got a couple birthdays and then we're out of here. We got to say happy birthday going on to Renee Vida King. Renee Vida King. Happy birthday to you. She resides in Canada. And warm wishes coming from your dad, Coach, your sisters, Seema and Nalini, and your brothers, Chiny and Johnny. All right, so happy birthday to you. Do have a great day. Canada, boy. Canada's a nice place, you know. I want to visit there bad. Also, we got to say good morning and send birthday blessings to Gary Sugrim, wishing everything your heart desires. May your special day be filled with all the wonderful things that bring you happiness. From your wife, Pamela, your son, Rahul, and your mother, Katrim Sugrim. So do have a fantastic day, Gary. Nice, man. Well, at least one Gary will enjoy the day. Ooh, there's a essay here, boy. All right. Good day. I hope this email finds you well. All right. So, Thursday, July 16th is my mom's birthday. Her name is Gemma Polaya. So, Gemma Polaya, happy birthday to you. She's a massive fan of Breaking Dawn. And Stefan, she never misses the show in the mornings and when we get home from work. We are often met with an update on what took place on the show or even what chef made. She even watches the replays of the show. A staple phrase in our house is Stefan said, oh Lord. Nevertheless, my brother and I would like to wish her a happy birthday. We are grateful for all she does and especially thankful for her making sure we are all well fed. Happy 68th birthday, Mom. Deep love from your children, Richard and Michelle. And if possible, right. It would mean the world to us if you could give her a birthday shout out on the show. It would make her day. That's not a problem, man. Happy birthday going out to Gemma Polaya. Gemma, happy birthday to you. All right? Stefan said so. All right, people. So that's it for today. Thursday, we put it away. Tomorrow, Friday, Del Toro will be in. He has an event coming up. This whole Christmas in July, we're in that mode. So I have my event as well that's coming up November the 28th. Please put it on your calendar, November the 28th. Breaking Dawn, the end of year jam. All right? So we're going to party at the end of the year. We'll have the tickets out soon. as soon as I come back from Antigua, those tickets will be launching. You'll have an early bird ticket, and then after that, you'll have the general price that we're going with down the road. So make sure and get into the early bird. We're going to use two platforms, online platforms this year. We're going to use Island E-Tickets and TrinbagoEvents.com. We will also have those tickets available at outlets throughout Trinidad and Tobago. I will give all the information next week, all right? But for now, enjoy your day. Have a great one. We're actually on time today, so let me don't spoil it. The finals of the World Cup and the third place, fourth place playoff will take place over the weekend. We'll chat about some of that tomorrow. We may have some guests in, all right? Might do a little segment with the football. Who knows? But until then, we are out, all right? Have a good one. Bye-bye.